Chad Bush here at 2015 MAC Media Day with the Eastern Michigan Eagles quarterback, a young man who emerged last year to lead this ball club in passing and in rushing. Only 7 players in the NCAA were able to do that last year. Reggie, you came out of the dark. You were the number 3 guy, at least towards the outsider's perspective. How were you able to emerge last year as the number 3 guy all the way to being the starting quarterback in Game 1 last season?
Just a lot of, time in the film room, putting in that extra work, off the field, and then just getting with my coaches, asking them what I can do, in order to win that starting job.
This team, we know expectations are higher this year. A couple wins last season. What's it going to take for your ball club to win more this year?
Well, I know from an offensive standpoint, we have to have less turnovers and a lot more less missed assignments. That's what killed us in the long run. The turnovers. That's what made the difference between winning the game and losing the game.
How much of the turnovers are about preparation? How much are it about physical abilities? Talk about the balance of having the mentality of securing the football and making sure it's something you guys are going to be able to possess more than the opponent.
You have to have that mentality, like the ball is your baby, and you don't want to lose your baby. So, we work on the turnover circuit every day. We work on it every day. We preach it every day. And coming from me, I had a significant amount of turnovers, and I tell the players all the time that's the difference maker between winning and losing.
You can run the football, you can throw the football. As a double threat quarterback, which area were you able to work on more this summer and see gains in?
I was able to work on more of my throwing, pass first, run second. I was able to work on that area a lot more, especially, having the captain's practices and pulling guys to the side, throwing to them, getting with them in the film room, and, working on little things that we can do, to get the ball out of my hands quicker, just different things like that.
You also a slender build, but room for growth. Obviously, a young man just in your 3rd year in college. Were you able to put on some weight this year? If so, how so?
Yes, I actually put on 10 pounds during this off season. Being in the weight room with Coach Mack, he really was on me tough about putting on weight. Sometimes, in the weight room, I'll put on weight that I couldn't even, like bench press or anything like that. I put weight that I couldn't do, but I'll just keep on trying. Eventually, I would get it. And that definitely just helped me put on, 10 pounds of muscle.
Coach Creighton wrote a letter about football and to football moms, promoting football and saying it's okay to play. What were your thoughts on that letter, and was your mother ever someone who had second thoughts about you playing this game?
My mom never had any doubts about me playing the game. She said whatever's going to get him a full scholarship for college. So my mom was all in. She was the one, her and my dad was the one, bringing me to campus, waking me up early in the morning, to get me better in order to receive an athletic scholarship.
You came all the way from Los Angeles, California to Eastern Michigan. What was it about Eastern Michigan that drew you here?
I wouldn't say so much being from home, but experience something different. Los Angeles is hot pretty much all through the year. Experiencing like the snow, actually experiencing all 4 seasons, experiencing the culture in Michigan and the people. It's just getting away from home and just experiencing, because I'm more of the I want to stay home type. So I think getting out was best for me to experience.
What about this ball club? What's the potential? You've seen some new faces come in, some new additions, specifically in the passing game to help you. Talk about some of the additions and your thoughts overall on the offense.
We have a lot of great additions to the offense. We have Blake Banham and Shaq Van. They were redshirted last year, but they're going to make a huge contribution this year. Blake is more of that versatile. He can play running back, but then he can also put him at receiver. And Shaq Van is just a hungry running back, who doesn't go down easily. So I think those two will be a very, very, very great contribution to this offense.
What about on the defensive side of things? Pat O'Connor, a guy that you're here with today, someone who is no doubt one of the team leaders. What are your thoughts on the defensive side of the ball, maybe some impact players there?
There's a lot of impact players. We have, KJ, which was one safety. He left, and we have Ike Calderon and Brandon Bassard back there, who's been doing phenomenal in the spring ball and during this off season this summer. And on the O-line, you know, we have Clay Dawson, we have Derek Dunlap, and Deshae Powell. Those guys are definitely going to contribute a lot. And even at corner, we have Quan Pace and Tyree Mack. I think that they can really contribute, and Ray Tillman.
What does Reggie Bell like to do in his off time away from football? What's your hobby?
My hobby, watch movies. I watch a lot of movies.
What kind of movies?
Kind of classics. So I will watch stuff like, I don't know if you ever heard of it, like The Wood, like so older, like maybe 90s movies or something like that. I play video games as well. I'm a big video game head. I mean, I don't really do anything. I stay home. I watch football, so I mean, that's about it.
Last question, what's it going to take for you to return here to Detroit and Ford Field in November to play in the MAC title?
Like I said before, less turnovers, less missed assignments, and just everybody being hungry and, you know, not getting down when everything is down, you know, just having that uplifting spirit and, you know, everybody feeding off each other in order to win the game.
There he is, the Eagles' leading rusher and passer last season. Their leader, no doubt, Reggie Bell.